Welcome back to Adventure Buddies. We are heading today to Hueston Woods State Park Campground and staying the night. We can't check in till 3 p.m. even though I called. I'm still going to see if I can get it early. So we've got about an hour drive from where we live, and we'll see what they have to offer. Should be a great time. The weather recently has not been really that bad. I have really bad hiccups right now, I noticed. Anyway, it's 82 degrees out right now, and so hopefully it will be a nice cool night and evening. I did reset my trip odometer for this ride so I could get an idea of what kind of mileage I get with pulling the camper, because I don't think I was doing that accurately before. I think it was giving me some bigger numbers than I thought, so we'll see. But I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope it's helpful. See you soon. Well, we got here, and the drive was pretty nice. It was a lot of country type driving. Got here early, so I thought I would just stop at the Nature Center and Park office. But with having the dog, I don't know that I could go in there. But I just don't think I really knew much about this park. So they've got a big lake. You can see that. I'm in the parking lot right now, but they've got lots of boats tied up. It's a very, very big lake. So, come on, pal. So I didn't know that. So that's sort of nice. There's people kayaking. I'm sure I'll be able to find a spot that if I wanted to rent a kayak, I could. So that's there so far. I guess that's like a little snack shack or sort of a marina. I'm not sure. So we'll go see. So the building over there behind me, I'll show you, is a little snack shack. But so you got some kayakers. They've got an adaptive launch. I do recall that being at Lake Loramie, but it makes it easier for people to get out, but also for people with disabilities, that they can go and enjoy kayaking and stuff. You really got to watch where you walk, because there's lots of goose poop around. So that's so far. There's a sailboat out there. There's a little snack shack. And there is a really unhappy child out there. So that's sort of cool. I didn't know they had. I didn't know that they had the lake. So that will be nice to be able to bring kayaks up if I come back, or we come back. I did actually order this week some racks for the pilot, so I can put kayaks on the back for when we're going to places like this, if there is any place to kayak. So that's the lake so far. So they've got a big dredger to make sure that the lake is at good depths, get rid of the excess junk. I'm just trying to figure out how the heck do they get that thing down to the water down there. It must be one heck of a big trailer or something. Okay, well, we made it to the campsite. They said for me to park on the grass, but my cord isn't that long, so I was supposed to park over here. but that's what I did. It's sort of level. It's as good as I can get it, but it's pretty crowded. Well, that doesn't really show you crowded, but down here it is. So there's lots of people in this area. I think a lot of them are just people with tents that are using electric. There's a few campers here, but that's the site. I really had to jack it up pretty high to get it to be good. So Bud's happy, I think. So off to explore. Well, I just went to the campground camp store because I wanted to pick up a magnet for the fridge. Sort of an ironic thing was one of the women that was behind the counter, I saw her on the ODNR open house YouTube videos. So it's like, I recognize you. So that was just sort of neat. But so I'm going to head down to the nature center, I think, and maybe the park office. I don't know if they got anything there, but anyway, I just thought I'd share that. Bud's back at the camper, relaxing and cooling off. Okay, so we're going into the nature center. I just noticed I missed the 3 o'clock raptor show. They've got it going on down here. So they've got some different types of fish that they're talking about. So like what's here in the state. I don't think they have some of the fish that they're saying. They got some turtles. I always seem to find turtles just never move. Some frogs. Don't know where that one is. Just different types of fossils.
There's Hueston copperhead. Like they're in the same container. Two big things.
That's not really what I wanted to take a picture of. Oh geez, that's freaky. They got a beehive in there. Don't see it in there unless it's... There's one. Don't know which one that would be. Maybe the copperhead. And I'm thinking that's the black or the gray rat snake. Okay, we'll go out and see the program. many years ago. It was actually one of the first years I don't think you can get the real gist of it unless you're literally standing here, but that program was pretty good. I just only learned a little bit about the gray horned owl, so, or great rather.
Pretty dog.
I'm not a jerk, I just want to let y'all know. Great horn. Oh wow, it came right up to... Nice dog.
You know any good breeders?
No, I actually adopted him from my aunt.
Oh really?
That's a beauty.
He's not breeding anymore, but he kind of has.
Pure German Shepherd?
Yeah. Yep. And actually his aunt is a police canine, so.
Oh wow.
So he has one line that's really good, the other not so much. So, he's a great dog. His dad has probably some bad things, so
That one, can't really see it, way in the back.
but
They want to handle?
they are very, very smart. They have to stay active. If not, they get bored.
Excuse me. Yeah, turkey vultures, you see those all the time. Oh, there's a bald eagle back there. So I only got part of that program, but lots of neat birds in the Raptor Center, so that's pretty cool. And they've got some more over here, but I'm gonna go watch the mammal program. I had heard about this, so this is like what the size of a bald eagle nest would typically be. So that's pretty cool. It's amazing. So I finished the naturalist program on the mammals, which was a bobcat and 2 foxes. One looked like it was gray, but is actually in the category of a red fox. They can have different colors, so that was pretty interesting. I guess the thing I got to keep in mind is if I'm going to be going to these state parks is that probably the good naturalist programs are during the day on Saturdays. So the fact that I got here so late to get the campsite, I missed the Raptor one. That would have been interesting to see, but there are other Raptor centers in Ohio, so I probably learned some of the stuff already when I went to those, but really neat, and that naturalists were great. They gave great programs, and sorry, I have to watch where I walk because there's tons of goose poop. And they really knew their stuff, so they were really good. So I'm going to go to the park office. I don't know if there's anything there or if it's just an office where the staff goes, but check that out. Yeah, the park office wasn't open, and basically it was just an area where you can get like your licenses and stuff. So just going to walk around. I saw a really big map. They got tons of hiking trails. Some look like, gosh, you could just like walk all around the park, and you could get a lot of miles in. So I'm just over again by the marina, so I'm not going to show anything here. I'm just going to walk around unless I see something really interesting. So that's that. Okay, well, down by the further down from the marina is where the beach is. As you can see, there are tons of Canadian geese. But the beach is pretty big. It goes all the way down to there. So there's some restrooms and stuff. So it's a pretty nice beach. It's not like really deep as far as how big the sand area is, but you can go and put a towel out and check it out. So that's about all I can say about the beach. There's a lot of people here. See ya. Okay, so I'm just at a spot where it has a lot of those brown signs where stuff is. So there's a lodge and cabins. There's a golf course. I forgot they had that, but it rings a bell now. They got an archery range. They got mountain bike trails, and they do have a dog park also. I drove by the dog park, and it was pretty nice.
In about 4.5 miles, keep left.
I think that if I took Bud there, he'd just be walking around. So I don't know if I'll take him there or not. So I'm gonna go check out where the lodge and the cabins are. So out here is where part of the golf course is. I don't know that I've ever played that course, but anyway. I saw that they had down here a Pioneer Farm, so I thought I'd go see that since I did Pioneer Village at Caesars Creek. So we'll see what that's all about. And then maybe I'll go to the lodge, unless I find something else that piques my interest. Well, here's Pioneer Farm, but they're only open weekends from 12 to 4, so perhaps I'll have to check that out tomorrow. So off we go to the lodge and cabins. So something that I just saw, they do have disc golf, you know, where you use a frisbee and throw it in there, or you spend lots of money and get the special frisbees, you know. Anyway, they've got one of those. I just noticed that on my path where I saw a sign. Okay, well, I'm not going to tell you where the heck I'm going anymore, because every time I keep going I get sidetracked. So here's the archery area. Pretty nice. They got a little platform up here so you can, I guess, shoot at targets down there. I'm not really an archer, so anyway. There's also the Acton Dam, which the lake is called Acton Lake after I heard something about it. Maybe I'll see it in the maybe I'll see that in the lodge. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to go take a trail here and see if I can get down to the dam. There's a road over there, but it's not a paved road, so I don't think you can go that way. So anyway, doesn't look like this hike will be that bad. So I'll show you what the dam looks like. Be the second dam that I've seen. Okay, so this is where the dam area is. Some people fishing, but I think he doesn't have a fish. I think he got his line stuck. It's neat to see sailboats out. Those are always cool to see. My brother-in-law has a sailboat, or he had one. Always looked fun. When I was looking over in this area, there were some deer over there with some babies, or a mama deer with a baby deer. So this is where the dam area is, and I don't Yeah, it must just be a dam, not a lock, but I don't know if you can see that far or not. But it's a pretty big lake. Oh, there's where the lodge is. So the lodge, I know, has it has rooms that you can rent. It's pretty neat. I was just talking to my wife on the phone because she's out of town, and she said that we had gone there, and I don't remember. You can rent rooms there. I think they got a restaurant there. I know obviously they have cabins also that you can rent, so that's just some places to stay if you want to come and you don't do camping and you don't do tents and you don't want to stay in a cabin. But anyway, so I'm going to go finish my walk over to the dam and I'll take a picture. Well, I'll give you a feel of what the campground is like. It's 6:30, so there are tons of kids, a mixture between campers and lots of tents in our area. That's a shower house up there. So we're just hanging out. We just finished eating dinner, or I have. Bud is still working on his. I didn't get to the lodge. I was getting a little hungry, so I thought I'd just come back. So that's what the campground is in this area. I'm in D Loop. There are some that are pull-through sites for campers, but these are like a mixture of, hey, you can tent here, or you can have a camper, because they all have electric here, but they do have some non-electric sites. Well, good morning. So, some Canadian geese. That was a good honk. I am starting out the day. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this because I need to get the camper out of the campground, but today we're at the lodge. So they've got like hotel rooms that you can use, and it's just sort of like a big hotel, I guess. So we'll go in and see what it's all about. As I've said, there's tons of Canadian geese here. My gosh. So those are all rooms down there. And the lodge is on this side. Kids are enjoying scaring them away. And here's the lodge, so we'll go on inside. So here's the inside of it. There's a check-in desk, little gift shop, area to sit. Guess there's a downstairs also. Workout room. And they have a gaming room area. Okay, so downstairs they have a little restaurant. This is a lot bigger area. Gives you access to go out to the pool. That's a little better view of the pool. If you stay here, it's a very nice view of the lake too. So I noticed they also have an indoor pool. I think I was noticing that as I was trying to find the steps again. So that's pretty much the lodge. The little trading post was just a gift shop, so sort of no different than if you went to the campground gift shop. They had shirts and cups and things like that. So I'm gonna go down and see where the cabins are, and I had Pioneer Farm on my list also to go see. They definitely have lots of trails. I'm sure I mentioned that somewhere. Just happened to think about it because I saw Murdoch Trail, or Muddock, something like that trail. So they do have tennis courts. I just noticed that. So they got tennis courts up there. So we'll head down and just sort of go by the lodges. So it gives you the ability of, hey, if you're not a camper and you want to go to a nice park but have the luxury of staying in a hotel, they have that here. And they have electric charging stations also. So let's go to the cottages. Okay, so here's some of the lodges. It seems like either they're not really busy or just people have left already. There's some really big ones, there's some smaller ones. They've got quite a few. So once again, if it's one of those that you don't want to stay in a hotel or a tent or a camper, the cottages are nice. I know we've stayed in those when we went to Grand Lake St. Mary's one time, but it's more like a cabin. These are more cottages, they call them. So that's at least another option if you just want to get outdoors and see things. Okay, well, I went down another loop because apparently they have cottages and then they've got cabins. So these are obviously the smaller. It's like maybe one bedroom and one like living area. So that's just another choice. I'm not sure right now if it's just, hey, people have left. It's typically checkouts like 1 o'clock. But they're not very busy here. At least not right now in the end of July. So it's something to look at. Usually I've found that the cabins that you want to stay in are always booked. So they have cottages and cabins, and they've got the lodge. So obviously the cottages are going to be a little bigger. I'm sure on their website they would have as far as like what amenities they have. I know the cabins that we stayed at in Grand Lake, I think one had a bathroom. There was another that didn't. and I think it had like a bedroom. There's maybe some bunk beds, and then it sort of had a living quarter. So some might have, maybe a sink or something. I don't know. That's just one you'd have to look at. Looks like they've got some that are sort of boarded up, so maybe they're going to be redoing those. I don't know. That's like the second one I saw with like the windows boarded. Did see another wild turkey as I was walking around. There's Cabin Trail. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna head to, I'm thinking I say a lot. There I go again. Gonna see what Pioneer Farm is. Thinking it's gonna be sort of like Pioneer Village that I went to at Caesars Creek, but we'll see what that's all about. I'll have to say that while I'm driving, you're seeing lots of wildlife. I've seen so many deer as I'm driving or walking, so that's just sort of neat. And to be able to see just a wild turkey going around, walking around, so just sort of neat of, you're really in the wilderness, of course. Well, I'm here, but I forgot that it doesn't open till noon. It's only open noon to 4, so I think I'm gonna skip this. It just looks like it's just an old farm and a farmhouse. Not that that's not neat to see, but it's I don't know. I guess it's sort of like what I've seen before. So I think that's about it that I can think of that I haven't seen. It was a nice trip. It was a one-day trip. Makes it sort of short, but a good amount of time. I'm not exactly positive what I think of that. I don't know if I'd want to do 2 days. Would if I was going to go swimming and all that. But I didn't. I think it's just I got here a little late. So maybe on future ones, maybe I just go and park the camper like I did yesterday and sort of go see some things and do some things. It just makes it a little more difficult in the summertime. If it's warmer out, I can't keep the dog in the car or the camper. That would be not right and mean. So overall, it was a nice trip. The campground was, I think I made enough comments about that. It was just a mixture of a lot of different people. It was busy. People pretty much honored the, hey, it's 10 o'clock, it's quiet time, you really didn't hear any noise. I probably went into the camper earlier than that. I think I went about 9:30, but I was getting sort of tired. So anyway, I think that's Hueston Woods. I hope that it was helpful, and so please like and subscribe and leave comments. Thank you for watching, and appreciate all of our subscribers. Obviously we hope to get more, but we hope that these are of value, but also they're just sort of fun to do. At least for me it is. It's a way to go see something, but also record the memory of it and be able to share it with others. So have a great day. Bye-bye.